Now to a developing story we told you earlier this month about an anonymous letter sent to government officials detailing serious allegations against members of the West Virginia State Police.
Then we learned through a press release last Friday that state police had arrested one of their own. News Channel 3's Curtis Johnson sat down with the arrested trooper's attorney, who says his client is innocent and the charges are pure retaliation from the agency.
It's sort of like a movie.
David Moy represents Joseph Comer, a corporal with the West Virginia State Police. He was arrested last Friday on charges of felony strangulation and misdemeanor domestic battery. Comer's arrest comes about 1 week after an anonymous letter detailing serious allegations of wrongdoing by West Virginia State Police was sent to lawmakers and government officials. WSAZ obtained the letter, which mentions accusations of a hidden camera system placed in a women's locker room at the State Police Training Academy, a ghost account used for purchases, falsified overtime, and a trooper not reporting 3 crashes in a department-issued vehicle, some accusations dating back to 2018. Comer's attorney says he believes the agency thinks Comer is the author of the anonymous letter, and that's the reason for his arrest. So you believe that these charges were in direct retaliation for the believed role they thought he had in the letter?
Absolutely, I believe that. I think it's very evident that that's what happened.
Moy would neither confirm nor deny if his client wrote the anonymous letter. Yet he says some of its allegations are consistent with concerns Comer had reported to state police management. But the attorney says nothing was done about the issues. Instead, it backfired. He says shortly after, Comer was suspended without pay and demoted in rank. What was the reason for the demotion?
What I consider a kind of a trumped-up, out-of-hand complaint that they didn't even list who the complainant was. They said it was internal.
That's when Comer contacted Moy about a year ago for help filing a grievance. Testimony in a hearing related to that grievance was set for last Friday morning, just hours after state police obtained warrants for Comer's arrest Thursday night. Comer didn't attend the hearing and instead turned himself in Friday afternoon. Felony strangulation, misdemeanor domestic battery. Why did those charges come about?
I believe that they came as a smokescreen trying to prohibit him from testifying when we had our hearing on Friday morning.
WSAZ obtained the criminal complaints from Comer's arrest last Friday, which state the crimes Comer is accused of committing both happened 2 months earlier, in early December. The documents detail 2 separate incidents. The first alleging Comer grabbed a woman around the neck during a child exchange. The second, a week later, Comer is accused of hitting the woman in the head with a sippy cup during another exchange. WSAZ has confirmed the woman referenced in the documents is also a member of the West Virginia State Police.
The whole thing is compromised. When you have months that go by and you say, well, you know, she didn't report it and there's no evidence other than what she says.
So I went to State Police headquarters Monday, asking for the police report and photographs of the victim's injuries. Court records saying she suffered bruising and a black eye. I was told reports and photos would be ready for me Tuesday. But when I reached out via email Tuesday, I received a response that states in part, "We are unable to provide you with photographs or the report at this time due to the matter being a pending investigation." So I followed up with questions, including in regards to the reports and photos now being withheld. What changed? And were any incident reports, victim photographs taken at the time of the incidents? I also asked the agency to specify the date when the state police was made aware of the stated allegations and the date when the initial state police report was filed. I received no response to those questions, so I called the head of the state police, Colonel Jane Cahill. Hey, Colonel Cahill. This is Curtis Johnson over at WSAZ News Channel 3. I wanted to chat about the arrest of Trooper Comer and see if you could help answer a few questions on that. We have a lot of questions about when the report was filed. Basically, it's just premature for you guys to talk about it right now. As for the allegations against Comer, his attorney says his client is innocent. The allegations that are against him, strangulation and domestic battery, what's your comment on those?
I think they're absolutely false. I've already gotten word that the people who worked around her never saw any type of bruising, never heard her say that he did anything.
Moy says he's now put the state on notice of a forthcoming lawsuit against state police. Curtis Johnson, WSAZ News Channel 3, Charleston.
The attorney tells us Mr. Comer is on administrative leave right now from state police. He also tells us that he withdrew the underlying grievance on Friday, opting to file suit in 30 days instead. As for the state police, we're still waiting for answers to Curtis's questions. Earlier this month, the governor's office telling us the anonymous letter had triggered an investigation by Homeland Security's Inspector General.